One of the highlights for the royals at Christmas is sitting down in front of the TV on Christmas Day at 3 p.m. to hear the Queen's annual message. Her Majesty usually gives the speech surrounded by touching pictures of her family members either at Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle. But according to a book, after her message in 2019 was broadcast, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle felt sidelined as they were absent from any of the family snaps. In the biography Finding Freedom, it claims that the couple were dismayed when no picture of them and their son Archie was visible on the desk as Her Majesty gave her speech. The previous year, in 2018, Harry and Meghan appeared in a photo with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge as the Queen read her message. But in 2019, instead, there were images of Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall, King George VI, Prince Philip and the Cambridges and their children. And according to authors Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand, it made Harry and Meghan feel they had long been sidelined by the institution and were not a fundamental part of its future. The authors write, one didn't have to look further than the family photos displayed during the Queen's speech on Christmas Day. In the Green Drawing Room at Buckingham Palace, where the Queen delivered her address, viewers glimpsed photos of the Cambridges and their children, Charles and Camilla, Prince Philip, and a black and white image of George VI. Noticeably absent was a photo of Harry, Meghan, and their new baby, Archie. Palace sources insisted that the photos were chosen to represent the direct line of succession, but for Harry and Meghan, it had been yet another sign that they needed to consider their own path. However, Harry and Meghan were not completely disregarded in the Christmas Day speech that year. Footage of the Queen and Prince Philip meeting Archie for the first time with Harry, Meghan and Meghan's mum, Doria Ragland, watching on, was included. Just weeks after that Christmas period in 2019, which Harry and Meghan spent in Canada, they announced they would be stepping down as senior royals, and a feud between Harry and his family seems to have widened ever since. Now, almost 2 years on, their family has expanded with the birth of their daughter Lilibet, and they've now settled in California. Harry and Meghan are thought to be staying in California for Christmas this year rather than returning to the UK. It has been reported that the Queen had extended an invitation for the couple and their children to spend Christmas with her at Sandringham. A source told Last Month, there's a lot that goes into the logistics and the planning of the family Christmas, so of course, staff know that Harry and Meghan are not coming. If they were, they would have communicated it to their family by now. But this is Her Majesty's first Christmas without her husband, so one would have hoped they would want to be with her. Royal commentator Stewart Pearce has claimed however that this year her heirs and in particular her great-grandchildren will be at the forefront of her speech. Speaking on the Royall Us podcast, he said, I have a feeling that Her Majesty will have lots of photographs of the great-grandchildren. I feel that's what it's going to be because she's really feeling the stimulation of future promise. And, of course, the little ones are what she loves to concentrate on. She's an amazing grandmama. Fellow royal commentator Christina Garibaldi added, I mean it really seems like it and she's got so many. I don't know how she keeps track so she's got like 12 great-grandkids. It's a lot to keep up with. Earlier this year, another royal commentator, Neil Sean, suggested that the Queen will avoid discussing royal family troubles in her Christmas speech. He claims that the reportedly fractious relations within the royal family over the year might mean she chooses her words more carefully. Tensions have supposedly been high since Meghan Markle and Prince Harry released a bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey in March, where they leveled a number of accusations at the royal institution. Sean added, normally she alludes to the fact that it's all about family, it's Christmas time. But she's going to have to tread very carefully this year in what she says and who she speaks about. Because if she offends anyone, which sadly, we all seem to do when it's about families, she's going to have a problem.